Michael, congratulations for a great performance in CESAR CHAVEZ.
Thank you, thank you.
Was this considered your passion project?
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard his name since I was a kid, but I didn't really know his story. Like, we didn't have Wikipedia back in the day, you know what I mean? So, like, I had no reference. So when I read the script, I couldn't believe that there was, like, a lot of things that I didn't know about him. I didn't know he was, like, devout, Catholic, and he was vegetarian. He read a lot of Gandhi, and he was a strategist and didn't really exactly want to be in the limelight, you know what I mean?
Oh.
And so he was, plucked from obscurity to, like, because he was really good at the meetings and strategies. He's like, I think you're the guy to do it because there's nobody to speak up for this kind of thing. And so he did it. And it's almost like the story of, like, this quiet man's struggle to make something happen in life,
And when you mentioned about Gandhi, I mean, of course, it shared in this film, and how important was CESAR Chavez's decision in using nonviolence in order to get things done for the farm workers at that time, do you think?
I think it's very, very, it was an effective tool, but also he used boycotting, protests, peaceful protests, and that's really strategizing using your mind, using tactical skill in order for you to accomplish and get something. And I think that's what was really interesting about this guy. Like, it would have been really easy to resort to violence, and then, but it's, because you had a lot of, injustice, you know what I mean? It was, a lot of stuff was unfair. Yeah, and everybody was angry and resentful, and here's these guys that are cheating you right then and there, and they know that that's the only job that you can get. Meanwhile, they're so, making so much money that it was just unfair.
One of my favorite scenes in the film is when he sat down with his son later on in the film and talks about the Chinese in the early 1800s. And can you share with the viewers about that particular scene? Because I thought that was a really smart scene. Was sharing with his son.
Yeah, so he basically loved history, and there was a Chinese that, like, would work on the railroads, and if you treated them fairly, they worked with passion.
Respect and dignity, right?
Yeah, respect and dignity. But if you try to cheat them out of something, they had so much integrity that they're like, nope, they wouldn't lift a finger. And I remember that's the speech that I was telling my son. And I think that there's, when you're treated right and you're treated fairly, you kind of want to work hard for your employer or whoever it is, But if they're trying to kind of cheat you out of it, or whatever, you're like, you kind of get resentful. So it's a communal thing.
What's next for you?
I'm doing Broadchurch, a remake of Broadchurch, which is called Grace Point. It's with Nick Nolte, Jackie Weaver, David Tennant, and Anna Gunn.
Congratulations.
Thank you much.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Great job in the movie, by the way.
Thank you.